Hello friends, how are you all? Friends, a small request. Please watch the story till the end and if you like it, do share it with your friends. Let's begin. My name is Radhika. I look smart, fair-skinned and beautiful enough to catch any man's attention. But as they say, no one can predict how destiny will turn out. I got married, yet my husband never gave me the respect of a wife. His heart was always elsewhere. He went to Bhopal for a job and there he built a new life with another woman. When I found out, my heart shattered into pieces. But in the shadow of that same pain, I met a man who completely changed my life. That journey, that night, and our first meeting, today I'm going to tell you everything in detail. I had gone to Bhopal just to see if my husband was really cheating on me. What I saw there made the ground slip from under my feet. He was laughing and living happily with that other woman, and they even had a small son. My existence had been completely erased from their lives. Crying bitterly, I reached the Bhopal bus stand. There was a 9 a.m. bus to Pune, a 15-hour journey. I prefer traveling by bus more than by train because I can sit by the window, look outside and lose myself in my thoughts. I sat near the window. My mind was filled with turmoil. What should I do now? Who should I live for? Such questions were driving me crazy. At first the bus was not crowded, but at the next few stops people started boarding. That's when I met Abhijit for the first time. A tall, fair, well-built young man came and sat on the seat next to me. He was wearing a white shirt and blue jeans. His personality felt very impressive to me. In the beginning, neither of us spoke. It must have been around 3 in the afternoon. I was extremely thirsty. I took out my water bottle from my bag, but it was empty. I was putting it back in disappointment when Abhijit asked softly, "Madam, has your water finished? Here, take mine." He handed me his bottle. Our hands touched and a strange current ran through my body. I said thank you and drank a little water. That's how our conversation started. I learned that he's an engineer in Pune and travels to Bhopal for work. As the night deepened, so did the cold. It was winter and some passengers had left the windows open. I had hurriedly worn a sweater but forgot to bring my shawl. By 10 at night the lights were dimmed. I was shivering with cold. Abhijit noticed it. He took out a big warm shawl from his bag and wrapped it around himself. He probably thought I wouldn't say anything, so he stayed quiet. But at 11 o'clock when the bus stopped at a dhaba, both of us got down. While drinking tea, he asked, "Radhika, are you feeling very cold?" I nodded shyly. Back in the bus, he offered his shawl to me. I refused because he would feel cold too. Then he suggested something that touched my heart. He said, "Look, both of us are suffering from the cold. If you don't mind, shall we share this shawl half-half, that we both of us can stay warm?"
I thought for a moment. The situation was such that I had no choice but to accept his help. We both sat very close under that one shawl. He moved a little closer, and I also shifted towards his warm body. The manly fragrance of his body and the warmth of the shawl felt like heaven to me. It was 1 o'clock at night. The bus was speeding along. Abhijit asked softly, "My arm has gone numb. Can I keep my hand on your shoulder for support?" I nodded. He placed his left arm around my shoulder. That touch sent a shiver through me. I gently rested my head on his strong shoulder. In the darkness of the bus that night, the outside world was forgotten. The pain of my husband's betrayal had faded somewhere behind, and the sense of safety and love I felt in this stranger's embrace was difficult to describe in words. We talked in soft voices. He told me he also lives alone. We reached Pune at 4 in the morning. The bus stand was silent. I couldn't find a rickshaw to go home. Abhijit waited with me. He said, "It's not safe to go alone at this hour. My house is nearby. If you want, come to my place and go home comfortably in the morning." I trusted him and went to his home. His house was small but very neat and tidy. He asked me to sleep on the bed and himself slept on the sofa. At 9 in the morning when I opened my eyes, Abhijit was cleaning the house. He was wearing only a vest. Seeing his well-built body and the muscles from his workout, I kept staring at him for a few moments. He asked, "Radhika, tea or coffee?" I chose tea. He made such wonderful tea that my heart felt happy. As I was leaving, we exchanged numbers. While going, I said to him, Abhijit, let's meet again for sure. 2 days later, I invited him to meet me in a garden. I wore a very beautiful sari and had to put a gajra in my hair. When Abhijit arrived and saw me, he was stunned. We talked a lot. I shared all the sorrows of my life. While telling him how my husband had cheated on me, tears came to my eyes. He held my hand and said, Radhika, don't cry for someone who doesn't value you. That day, I invited him to my house for dinner. He came at 7 in the evening. After dinner, we sat on the sofa. There was some technical issue with my mobile, so I asked him to fix it. He came and sat very close to me. We were so close that our shoulders were brushing against each other. He was fixing the mobile, and my eyes were fixed on his face. Suddenly, he looked at me. Our eyes met. A deep silence spread. Only the sound of our breathing could be heard. Abhijit said softly, Radhika, in this sari and this look, you can drive any man crazy. You look so beautiful. I lowered my head in shyness. He gently lifted my face. His lips came close to mine. In that moment, we both forgot the world. The hunger of many years, that love and that touch, I was receiving it all in Abhijit's form. That moment was very romantic and spicy. We got carried away in the flow of our emotions. After some time, Abhijit regained his senses and said, Sorry, Radhika, I should have controlled myself. But I stopped him and said, No, Abhijit, whatever happened was what I also wanted. I feel safe with you. At night, he asked me a question I never expected. He said, Radhika, do you know tomorrow is my holiday? Will you come to my house? We can spend peaceful time together, talk. If you want, you can stay the night here.
Thoughts started running in my mind. This relationship was no longer just attraction. In Abhijit, I could see my life partner. I wanted to ask him, Will you marry me? I want to spend my life with you. So, friends, did I go to Abhijit's house? What answer will Abhijit give to my marriage proposal? What turn will our relationship take next? I will tell you all this in the next part. If you liked this story, then please like, share and subscribe to the channel Emotional Stories of Women. See you in the next video. Until then, thank you.